Breaking news. Former NBA player Michael Beasley just criticized Ja Morant's father, Tee Morant. He said his father's immaturity has failed Ja Morant as a man. Check this out.
Morant is the situation of having an immature father in the house. I love how he loves his dad, but somebody needs to get to his dad. I think his dad is living in a past. I think his dad is reliving his childhood, right? Because if you look at Giannis's dad, RIP, he came to the arena and he was proud of his son. He didn't want no interviews. He didn't want you to understand. He didn't tell you anything he'd been through or showcased it because it was Giannis's time, right? And I love how Ja's dad loves his son. His dad is just a product of what we're speaking of. So his dad missed out on his childhood, and his son gave him enough money to time travel.
Now, Michael Beasley, I'm with you when you right. In fact, I want to inform you that the Memphis Grizzlies are done with Ja Morant. They not even looking to trade him where he want to go. Because at this point, they just looking for the best deal to get him out of Memphis. They don't want him there no more. And many people are blaming Ja Morant off the court issues for this. All them incidents he had in the past, the Memphis Grizzlies is done with his ass. Like when Ja Morant got caught multiple times with guns in 2023. And then the pickup game confrontation he had with that little young YN teenager where he was sued in 2022. And then in 2025, he ruined the Memphis Grizzlies team chemistry with his behavior issue. Then when he did play, he always was being fined for his gun hand gestures after he scored a basket. All these incidents eventually damaged his image and destroyed his potential to be the face of the NBA. He lost all his endorsements. Powerade dropped him, Nike suspended him indefinitely, and Beats by Dre fell back from Ja Morant due to his behavior issues too, causing him to lose millions of dollars. Now you might ask, what that got to do with his dad, Tee Morant? Well, here's the issue. Where there's no rod of correction, there's no room for protection. That goddamn Tee Morant, his daddy, be on the sideline so busy trying to look like Usher Raymond. He think he U.S. HERRAYMOND. But he forgot he a goddamn DAD. He forgot he a father. Tee Morant is more interested in getting camera time by sitting courtside than he is worrying about his son's actions in society. Because as a father, he's supposed to been pull Ja Morant to the side and straighten his act out. He supposed to have that one-on-one with him. But see, the problem is, he's so interested in the camera time and getting his son money. Ja Morant's supposed to be disciplined. Because at this point, somebody got to tell him, you messing up your bag. And you finna have all our ass homeless around it because we all depending on you. You take care of all us. But Tee Morant ain't doing that because he immature. Because when you got a daddy like a Tee Morant out here thinking he more of a star than his son on the court, that's the root of the problem. Because a fool and his money will soon depart. Just look how Deion conduct with Shador. Shador handled himself well in that football industry. Deion still Deion. But he don't get out there and overshadow his son. He let his son be his son, and not just that, Shador represent the Sanders family well. And see, that's the problem with Tee Morant. Your son is very talented. Your son was supposed to be the next Allen Iverson in the NBA, but instead, he done transformed into the new John Wall. And see, just because the Grizzlies trading Ja Morant to another team, that's not gonna fix his mental health issues. At this point, he a grown man. He got to fix himself. He need a mentor. But this the real question. Is it too late? Here's another perspective from an NBA fan kind of defending Tee Morant on how he parented Ja Morant. Check this shit out.
Former NBA player Michael Beasley, whom I have a lot of respect for, love his game. I love how he discusses some of the problems he's had, and he's not, afraid to share some of his inner thoughts. And he's an amazing basketball player. But he made some comments here recently talking about Tee Morant, Ja Morant's father, and he says basically that Ja has been having a lot of problems because he says Tee Morant is an immature father, and he's basically living his life, time traveling. I think that's what Michael Beasley said. He's time traveling and living the life that he wanted to live, basically, since Ja is an NBA superstar. And he said that's why Ja is facing a lot of problems that he's facing. And my whole thing is you have a right to your opinion. But for him to say, from what I know from T played basketball. I think T was playing professionally overseas or something like that, and then his wife got pregnant. Well, Ja's mama got pregnant with Ja. He cut that basketball life short and came to take care of his new family. Started becoming a barber to take care of his new family. Which he has a daughter too, who's in college. And T raised his son to go to high school, raised him to get to college, trained him to help him become the basketball player he is now. But my thing is, when people criticize someone's parenting skills and they try to blame that on a young man who has to grow up and learn things the hard way, a lot of us have to grow up and learn things the hard way. Is there a perfect parenting system? Is there a perfect parent out there? Because I know plenty of guys my dad, when my mom died when I was 11 years old, and I had 3 brothers and sisters that we had by my mom, my dad was nothing like, my dad was strict. You know, he didn't like a lot of attention, but that didn't stop me from getting in trouble. He tried to stay on my dome, but that didn't stop me from getting in trouble. So I've seen parenting on both sides, and still people go the wrong way. So I don't think that's fair for Tee Morant to constantly get that kind of criticism. And you don't really hear him say nothing publicly. And when I talk to him, he be unbothered by it. But I'm pretty sure it has to bother him some kind of way. But my thing is, I want to ask this question again. Athletes, it's a lot of immature athletes in the NBA and NFL, and they've done far worse things than what Ja has done. And I want people to understand, Ja has never been arrested for anything now. He's never been in trouble with the law. Never. So the immature things we've seen him do, I did 100, probably 15 times worse than it. And I know NBA players who are immature and need to grow up, and they have to knock their head. Because I don't care who you are, you can tell your son or daughter one thing, even when they're teenagers. A lot of times they're going to do it that way. They have to learn the hard way. So I'm going to continue to salute and clap T for being a man and raising his children and raising his family. Ja got to figure it out on his own, like I had to figure it out on my own. Like many young people have to figure it out on their own. So I think all of that criticism is kind of unfair, man, because the man was there for his family, and he's still there for his family. Ja, just like a lot of other young, rich millionaires who are young, and the world is given to them. Their realities are warped, and sometimes they have to learn the hard way. Well, those are just my thoughts on it, man. All praises to the Most High.